It's finally happening. You're seeing this message right now for one reason, and one reason only. You're about to win. Not a small win, not a minor breakthrough, a massive, life-altering, trajectory-shifting victory that will change everything about your reality. The kind of win you've been praying for, manifesting and working toward for months, maybe even years. It's so close now that the universe had to make sure this message reached you, because there's one thing, just one thing, that could stop you from receiving what's already waiting for you. And that one thing is this: you need to stay completely alone on October 14th, 2025. I know that sounds strange, maybe even extreme. You might be wondering why solitude on this specific day matters, why the universe would ask you to isolate yourself for 24 hours when your big win is supposedly right around the corner. But by the time you finish this message, you'll understand exactly why October 14th requires absolute solitude, why every person you interact with that day could delay or even derail your blessing, and why staying alone isn't isolation. It's the final act of preparation before you step into the victory that already has your name written all over it. If this truth already stirs something in your spirit, mark it in the comments with 777, not as superstition, but as declaration. I hear it, I feel it, I am ready. The fact that you found this message, that your eyes are reading these words right now, that something inside you recognizes the truth in them. None of this is coincidence. You're not here by accident. The algorithm didn't randomly bring you this video. Your higher self orchestrated this moment because you needed this reminder before October 14th arrives. You needed to know that tomorrow is not a day for socializing, networking, or seeking advice. It's not for sharing your plans or explaining your vision. Tomorrow is a day for sacred solitude, for energetic protection, for quiet preparation before the victory reveals itself. Throughout history, every great champion, every spiritual master, every person who achieved something extraordinary went through a period of isolation before their breakthrough. Athletes retreat before the championship. Spiritual teachers withdraw before enlightenment. Leaders go silent before major decisions. That's not coincidence, it's alignment. Because winning requires not only skill and preparation, but also energetic purity. You can't carry other people's doubts, fears, or projections into your victory. You can't let their energy mix with yours when you're standing on the edge of your moment. You must enter that space clean, clear, and fully centered in your own power. October 14th is your pre-victory isolation. It's the universe's gift to you. A 24-hour window designed for you to separate yourself from everything and everyone, so that when your win arrives, you're ready to receive it fully, hold it confidently, and expand without resistance or interference. But most people won't do this. Most will wake up on October 14th and treat it like any other day, unaware that every conversation they have could be contaminating their energy field. They'll share their excitement with people who can't match that frequency. They'll seek validation from those who secretly feel threatened by their success. They'll absorb doubt, jealousy, or fear from others who mean well but aren't vibrating at the frequency of victory. And then they'll wonder why the opportunity fell through, why the door that looked open suddenly closed, why the blessing that felt so close slipped just out of reach. They won't realize that October 14th was the test, and they failed it simply by refusing to honor the solitude they were being called into. You're not going to make that mistake, because you're receiving this warning, and you're going to make the wise choice to stay completely alone on October 14th. Before we go deeper, I need you to confirm your commitment. If you're ready to honor this sacred solitude, if you're prepared to stay alone tomorrow no matter what temptations or invitations arise, if you're committed to protecting your energy so you can receive your big win, drop 777 in the comments right now. Let the universe witness your dedication. Let your higher self know you're taking this seriously. Let me explain the energetic mechanics of why October 14th, 2025 specifically requires you to be completely alone. This isn't arbitrary. This isn't superstition. This is about understanding the cosmic architecture of this particular day and why it serves as the final gateway before your victory manifests. October 14th sits at a unique convergence. It's the first day after the post-supermoon testing period that ran from October 9th through October 13th. You've been through intense energetic trials over these past days. You've been tested on your boundaries, your silence, your ability to remain grounded under pressure. And if you've made it this far, if you've successfully navigated the challenges of the previous days, then October 14th is when you transition from testing phase into receiving phase. But here's the crucial part. The transition requires a reset, a recalibration, a moment of complete energetic stillness, so that your field can adjust to the new frequency you're about to embody. Think of it like this. You've been training for a marathon, and October 9th through 13th were the final grueling miles. October 14th is the moment right before you cross the finish line, but you need to catch your breath. You need to center yourself. You need a moment of pause before you step into the victory. If you keep running at the same frantic pace, if you don't take that moment to reset, you might stumble right at the finish line. You might lose your focus. You might not be able to fully receive the medal being placed around your neck because you're still in survival mode rather than victory mode. October 14th is your reset day, your recalibration day, your moment to shift from surviving the test energy to receiving the blessing energy. And that shift cannot happen properly if you're interacting with other people, because other people carry their own frequencies, their own energies, their own agendas that will interfere with your recalibration process. Here's what most people don't understand about energy and victory. Your big win exists at a specific frequency. It's not just an event or an opportunity or a blessing. It's a vibrational match to the version of you who's ready to receive it, hold it, and multiply it. And right now, you're so close to that frequency. The tests of October 9th through 13th have been raising your vibration, refining your energy, preparing you for this match. But on October 14th, you need absolute stillness and solitude to complete that vibrational alignment. Every person you interact with on October 14th will either raise your vibration, lower it, or disturb it. And even people who love you, even people who want the best for you, might not be operating at the frequency of your victory. Their well-meaning concern might introduce, their excitement for you might actually be tinged with jealousy they're not even aware of. Their questions might pull you into explaining or justifying things that need no explanation. Their energy might simply be too dense, too heavy, too entangled with their own issues for you to maintain the light, clear, elevated frequency you need for your big win to land. This is why staying alone on October 14th isn't optional, it's essential. You're not isolating because you're antisocial or because you don't trust people. You're isolating because you understand energy. You're isolating because you know that your victory requires pristine energetic conditions to manifest fully. You're isolating because you're wise enough to protect your frequency when you're this close to breakthrough. Let me tell you what your big win actually is, because I need you to understand what you're protecting. For some of you, this win is financial. A massive opportunity is about to present itself, a job offer with a salary that will change your life. An investment that's about to pay off exponentially, a business breakthrough that will multiply your income. An unexpected windfall that will eliminate financial stress permanently. But this opportunity requires you to be at a certain frequency to recognize it, to have the clarity to make the right decision, to have the confidence to say yes when it appears. For others, your big win is relational. Your divine partnership is about to enter your life, but not in the form you might expect. This person won't appear during the distorted energy of October's third week that we've already discussed. They'll appear after, in late October or November, but October 14th is when you need to prepare your energy field to be ready for them. You need to clear out any residual attachment to past relationships. You need to release any desperation or loneliness that might cause you to settle. You need to embody the version of yourself who's truly ready for divine partnership. And that embodiment requires the solitude of October 14th. For still others, your big win is creative or vocational. You're about to receive a download, an inspiration, a clarity about your purpose that will set the direction for the next chapter of your life. But these kinds of divine downloads can only come through when you're in deep silence, when there's no external noise drowning out the whisper of your soul, when you've created enough space for the universe to speak to you clearly. Whatever form your victory takes, understand that October 14th is the preparation day. The actual manifestation might come on October 15th, or October 21st, or early November. The timing of when it appears isn't what you need to focus on. What you need to focus on is being energetically ready when it does appear. And that readiness is what October 14th, solitude, creates. Now let's talk about what will try to prevent you from staying alone on October 14th, because awareness is your first line of defense. The universe is testing whether you'll honor this requirement, and it will do so by sending temptations, invitations, and seemingly legitimate reasons why you need to interact with others tomorrow. Someone might reach out with an emergency that only you can help with. A friend might invite you to something that sounds fun or important. A family member might need you for something that seems urgent. A romantic prospect might suddenly show interest and want to meet up. A business contact might present an opportunity that requires immediate discussion. All of these scenarios are tests, disguised as obligations or opportunities. Here's how you handle them. You say no, you decline, you postpone, you make yourself unavailable, you protect your solitude as if your life depends on it, because in a very real sense, the quality of your future does depend on it. You don't need to explain yourself. You don't need to justify your need for alone time. You simply say, I'm not available tomorrow, and you honor that commitment to yourself above all other commitments. The people who respect your boundaries will understand and wait. The opportunities that are truly meant for you will still be available on October. The emergencies that are legitimate will either resolve themselves or can be handled by someone else. And anything that absolutely requires your presence on October 14th specifically is probably a distraction designed to pull you away from your preparation for victory. I know this is hard. I know it goes against your conditioning to be helpful, to be available, to show up for people. But October 14th is not about being available for others. It's about being available for your own breakthrough, for your own victory, for your own blessing that's trying to reach you. And that blessing cannot land if you're scattered, if your energy is mixed with other people's frequencies, if you're not fully present in your own field. There's another reason October 14th requires solitude that's even more profound. On this day, you're going to experience what I call the victory download. This is when your higher self, your spirit guides, the universe itself begins transmitting the information, the codes, the energetic upgrades you need to successfully navigate your incoming victory. This download happens in silence. It happens in solitude. It happens when your conscious mind is quiet enough that your subconscious and superconscious minds can communicate directly. You might experience this download as sudden clarity about decisions you need to make. You might receive it as intuitive hits about directions to take. You might feel it as a deep knowing about who you are and what you're capable of. You might sense it as downloads of creativity, inspiration, or vision for your future. But regardless of how it comes through, it cannot come through if you're engaged in conversation, if you're consuming content, if you're out in the world absorbing other people's energy. This is why staying alone on October 14th isn't just about avoiding negative influences. It's about creating the conditions for positive transmission. It's about giving the universe clear bandwidth to communicate with you, to prepare you, to equip you for what's coming. Now let's talk about how you actually spend October 14th, because there's a difference between being alone and being in sacred solitude. Simply avoiding other people isn't enough. You need to use this day intentionally, purposefully, in ways that elevate your frequency and prepare you for victory. Wake up on October 14th with intent. Before you reach for your phone, before you check messages or social media, before you do anything else, take a moment to acknowledge what this day is. Speak it out loud if you're comfortable doing so. Today is my preparation day. Today I am being readied for my victory. Today I protect my energy so I can receive my blessing fully. This conscious acknowledgement sets the tone for everything that follows. The first few hours of October 14th are crucial. This is when your energy is most receptive, when your mind is clearest, when the veil between your conscious awareness and your higher guidance is thinnest. Use this time for meditation, for journaling, for sitting in silence and listening to what your soul wants to communicate. Don't force it. Don't have an agenda. Simply create space and see what emerges. Some of you will receive clear messages during this morning meditation. You might get specific guidance about actions to take, decisions to make, or opportunities to watch for. Write everything down. Don't dismiss anything as imagination or wishful thinking. Your intuition is heightened on October 14th, and what comes through during your morning solitude is likely legitimate guidance, preparing you for your win. Others might not receive specific messages, but will feel a shift in your energy, a settling, a sense of peace that's been eluding you during the chaotic energy of the past week. This is equally valuable. This peace is your natural state, and reconnecting with it on October 14th is part of preparing you for victory. You can't receive abundance from a place of anxiety. You can't step into opportunity from a place of desperation. The peace you cultivate on October 14th becomes the foundation from which you operate when your win arrives. After your morning spiritual practice, move into your body. Your body has been holding tension, stress, and the intensity of the testing period. October 14th is the day to release that, to move the energy through, to return to a state of physical ease and vitality. This might be yoga, dancing, walking in nature, or any form of movement that feels good to you. The key is to do it alone, without music or podcasts, or any external input. Let your body move intuitively. Let it release what needs to be released. As you move, you might find emotions surfacing. Let them. Cry if you need to cry. Laugh if joy bubbles up. Shake if your nervous system needs to discharge stress. Your body is wise, and on October 14th, it's helping you complete any unfinished processing from the tests you've been through. This emotional and energetic clearing is essential. You can't enter your victory carrying the weight of the past week's intensity. Let October 14th be the day it all moves through and out of your system. Midday on October 14th is an excellent time for practical preparation. This is when you can take concrete actions that support your incoming victory. Clean your space, not just surface cleaning, but deep energetic clearing. Open windows. Burn sage or incense. Clear out clutter. Make room in your physical environment for the new that's coming. A cluttered space holds stagnant energy, and you need flow, openness, and space for your victory to land. You might also use this time to tend to practical matters that have been neglected. Pay bills, organize paperwork, handle administrative tasks. This might seem mundane, but it's actually powerful. When your external life is organized and handled, your internal state becomes clearer. You're not carrying the mental load of things you need to do, so you have more capacity to be present for your breakthrough when it arrives. But here's what you don't do on October 14th. You don't consume content. No social media scrolling, no news watching, no falling down YouTube rabbit holes or podcast binges. This is absolutely critical. Every piece of content you consume is bringing someone else's energy, someone else's frequency, someone else's agenda into your field. On a day when you need absolute energetic purity, content consumption is contamination. I know this is hard in our modern world. We're so conditioned to fill every moment with input, with stimulation, with entertainment. Silence and stillness can feel uncomfortable at first. Your mind might rebel. You might feel bored or antsy or like you're missing out on something. But push through that discomfort. The discomfort is just your addiction to distraction, crying out. Underneath it is the clarity, the peace, and the connection to your higher self that you need for victory. If you need to engage with content at all on October 14th, let it be uplifting, high vibrational material that supports your preparation, sacred text, inspirational writing, guided meditations specifically designed for manifestation and victory. but keep even this to a minimum. This day is about you connecting with yourself, not about consuming what others have created. Afternoon on October 14th is a powerful time for visualization and manifestation work. Now that you've cleared your energy in the morning and organized your space at midday, you're ready to consciously call in your victory. Sit in a comfortable space, close your eyes, and with as much detail as possible, visualize your win. What does it look like when it arrives? How does it feel in your body? What does your life look like after this victory? Who are you in that reality? How do you carry yourself? What's different about your energy, your confidence, your presence? Spend real time in this visualization, not just a few minutes, but 30 minutes, an hour, as long as it takes for the vision to feel real, for your nervous system to begin believing it's already happened. This isn't just wishful thinking. This is energetic programming. You're instructing your subconscious mind and your energetic field to align with the frequency of victory. You're collapsing the quantum field around the reality you desire. You're signaling to the universe, yes, I'm ready for this. I can hold this. Bring it to me. As evening approaches on October 14th, transition into gratitude. Spend time acknowledging everything you already have, everything you've already overcome, every blessing that's already in your life. Gratitude is one of the highest frequencies, and ending your day of sacred solitude in gratitude ensures you go to sleep in an elevated state. Write down what you're grateful for. Feel it deeply. Let gratitude fill your entire being. And then, as you prepare for sleep on October 14th, set an intention for your dreams. Ask your higher self, your guides, the universe, to show you anything else you need to know to prepare you in your sleep for what's coming, to complete any final adjustments to your frequency. Your subconscious mind is incredibly active during sleep, and on the night of October 14th, it's working overtime to prepare you for victory. You might have vivid dreams. You might wake up in the middle of the night with insights or ideas. You might sleep deeper and more peacefully than you have in weeks. However your night unfolds, trust that the preparation is happening even while you sleep. Your job is simply to protect the solitude, to honor the day, to stay in your own energy field without contamination from others. Let's talk specifically about what you're about to win, because you need to understand what you're preparing for. This isn't just abstract spiritual talk. This is about concrete, tangible shifts that are about to occur in your physical reality. For those whose victory is financial, here is what to watch for in the days and weeks following October 14th. An opportunity will present itself that seems almost too good to be true. Trust it anyway. A door will open that you've been knocking on for months or years. Walk through it without hesitation. Someone will see your value and make an offer that reflects it. Say yes. A venture you've been working on will suddenly gain traction. Lean into it. Money that was blocked will begin to flow. Receive it with gratitude, but without surprise. You've been preparing for this. The key is to recognize the opportunity when it appears, and to have the confidence to claim it. This is why October 14th's preparation is so important. You need to be energetically ready to say yes to big opportunities, to believe you deserve them, to trust that you can handle them. If you're still carrying doubt, fear, or scarcity consciousness, you might hesitate when the opportunity appears. You might self-sabotage. You might let it pass because you convince yourself you're not ready. October 14th solitude clears all of that out, so you can step into your victory with confidence. Here is the difficult truth. Most people who are on the verge of victory right now will miss it, not because the universe withdraws the blessing, not because they're not worthy, but because they won't honor October 14th as the preparation day it needs to be. They'll see this message and think, that sounds nice, but I can't possibly stay completely alone for a day. They'll make excuses. They'll justify why their situation is different. They'll convince themselves that they can maintain their energy while still interacting with others, and they'll be wrong. They'll wake up on October 15th or 16th, feeling like something shifted, like an opportunity slipped through their fingers, like they were so close to breakthrough but somehow missed it. They won't make the connection between their failure to honor October 14th solitude and the delay of their victory. They'll blame circumstances, timing, other people, the universe. But the truth is simpler. They failed the final test. Because that's what October 14th, it's the final test, before victory. The universe is asking, can you choose yourself? Can you prioritize your own energetic well-being over social obligations? Can you say no to others in order to say yes to your blessing? Can you trust that 24 hours of solitude will serve you better than 24 hours of normal social interaction? Can you be disciplined enough, committed enough, wise enough to do what's required even when it's uncomfortable? Most people can't. Most people will cave. They'll answer the call. They'll accept the invitation. They'll maintain their normal social patterns because it feels safer, more comfortable, less extreme than what's being asked of them. And by doing so, they'll prove they're not quite ready for victory. They'll demonstrate that they still care more about other people's comfort than their own breakthrough. They'll show that they haven't fully stepped into their power yet. But you're not going to be most people. You're reading this message because you're different. You're being given information that most people won't receive because most people aren't ready to act on it, even if they did receive it. But you are. You're ready to do what's required. You're prepared to honor October 14th as the sacred preparation day it is. You're committed to staying alone, protecting your energy, and preparing yourself for the victory that's already been written into your timeline. When you wake up on October 15th, you'll feel different. There will be a clarity, a confidence, a knowing that wasn't there before. You'll move through your day with a sense of expectation, watching for your win to reveal itself. And when it does, and it will, you'll recognize it immediately. You'll have the presence of mind to receive it fully. You'll have the confidence to claim it without hesitation. You'll have the energetic capacity to hold it, multiply it, and use it for your highest good and the highest good of all. This is what October 14th solitude prepares you for. This is why it's non-negotiable. This is why you must honor it above all other demands on your time and energy. And here's something beautiful. When you do honor October 14th, when you prove to the universe that you're willing to do what's required, it becomes a pattern. Future opportunities that require similar preparation won't feel as challenging, because you'll have established the precedent. You'll have proven to yourself and to the universe that when something matters, when the stakes are high, when victory is on the line, you'll make the hard choice. You'll choose discipline over distraction. You'll choose solitude over socializing. You'll choose preparation over popularity. This pattern becomes your signature, your energetic stamp, the way the universe recognizes you as someone who's serious about winning, about growing, about stepping into your full potential. And the universe rewards that seriousness with more opportunities, more blessings, more victory. October 14th is just the beginning. So here's what you do right now, today, before October 14th arrives. Clear your schedule completely. Cancel any plans. Decline any invitations. Make yourself unavailable. Tell people you need the day for yourself. You don't need to explain why. You don't need to justify it. You simply need to protect it. Prepare your space for solitude. Stock up on anything you need so you don't have to leave your home or interact with others. Create an environment that supports deep introspection, energetic clearing, and connection with your higher self. Turn off notifications. Put your phone on airplane mode if necessary. Remove any temptation to break your solitude and set your intention clearly. October 14th is my preparation day for victory. I will stay alone. I will protect my energy. I will honor this sacred time. I am ready to receive my big win, and I'm doing everything required to prepare for it. Your victory is coming. It's so close now. October 14th is the final stretch, the last preparation, the bridge between where you are and where you're about to be. Honor it. Protect it. Let it do its work in you. And when your win arrives, when you're standing in the reality you've been manifesting, when you're holding the blessing you've been praying for, you'll look back on October 14th and understand why the solitude was so critical. You'll see how every hour of that sacred alone time was contributing to your readiness. You'll recognize it as the gift it was. The universe is on your side. Your higher self is guiding you. Your victory is all you need to do is stay alone on October 14th and let the final preparation complete itself. You're about to win big. Don't sabotage yourself at the finish line. Protect your solitude. Honor your preparation. Claim your victory. If this message resonated with you, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with someone who needs this reminder. Let's spread awareness, strength, and preparation together. A collective of conscious souls who understand that real victory comes from patience, discipline, and alignment. October isn't testing you to break you. It's refining you to prepare you. And by choosing stillness over chaos, clarity over confusion, you've already shown the universe you're ready. So share this message as your declaration, a signal that you've learned, you've grown, you've chosen yourself. You're no longer chasing what's not meant for you. You're making space for what truly is. You're ready. You've passed the test. You've won, not by chance, but by choice. And now it's your turn to lead the way for others. Share this message, spread the awareness, and remind the world what it looks like when someone finally chooses alignment over everything.